Hello and welcome to Surf Progression Techniques. My name is Chapin Cruder, and today we'll be going over the 3 things that you'll need to pop up in one motion. Now just real quick before I get into those techniques, if you're ready to learn to turn, I've added a link below in the description that you can go to after the video and get the 3 techniques that you'll need to learn to turn. It's an awesome gift, and I highly recommend anybody who feels like they're ready to take their surfing to the next level and start to turn, go down, click that link and check out the video on the 3 necessary steps to learning to turn. So now with that said, let's get into the techniques necessary to popping up in one motion and perfecting your pop-up. So first things first, your equipment. You want to give yourself the best success rate of popping up, and I see this all the time with my clients who are really frustrated with their pop-up and they're not on the right equipment. Now it doesn't mean you have to be on a longboard. As we all know, the bigger the board you're on, the more stable a surface you are on in order to get to your feet a lot more effortlessly. So as you drop down in board size, everything gets exponentially harder. So you really want to start pairing your equipment with where you're at within your ability. And dropping down too quickly from, say, a longboard to like a 6'4" is going to make your pop-up a lot more difficult. In fact, make everything a lot more difficult. So be very mindful of what you're riding within the type of conditions that you're riding it in. Now the next thing that ties in nicely with equipment is strength and flexibility. I know it's intuitive, but however, when you're riding something that is big, you don't have to be as strong or as flexible to get to your feet. As you drop down in size, as you can see here with Mick Fanning popping up on this very little, small little chippy board, his strength and flexibility are a lot different in that he's flexible in that he can bring his legs up under him and stay in a very low crouch position. And his strength is such that he is lifting himself within just a small, minute little amount of space underneath him, which allows him to get his legs up under him. So the point is that you want to be explosive, but also under control. And for you, you might be popping up very explosive right now, but your feet are landing in random spots on the surfboard because you're out of control, and that's putting pressure on the wrong rail, which then digs in and you fall. So this type of explosive control comes with repetition. So if you're not surfing every single day and doing at least 10, 20, 30 pop-ups on a surfboard every session, then you want to be practicing on land. And it's going to be important that you practice 3 sets of 10 on land every day with good pop-up technique, chest up, chin up, eyes focus forward, which I'll get into in a minute. But it's going to be very important and helpful to getting to where you want to go within your pop-up and making it one motion by that repetition, that practice, that explosive, controlled pop-up. Now, one thing you're going to notice is that you're going to get very good at your pop-ups, your one motion, explosive, controlled pop-ups on land, and then when you go out into the lineup and try it on your surfboard, it's going to become more difficult. Now, this ties back into equipment. You really want to make sure that you're riding something that is the right size for your level at that point within your surfing development. And if you're having trouble but you feel like you are on the right equipment, well then be patient, give it some time, because it does take a little bit of time to get over those little barriers that have been holding you back and rework some of that muscle memory. But it will come. It's going to take maybe a month or 2 to get those muscles coordinated with the rest of your body in order to do that pop-up in one motion, but it will come. Now I'd like to go into good pop-up technique and what makes perfect pop-up technique and how you will perfect your pop-up. But first I want to remind you that after this video is done, please go down, connect that link, and get that video on the 3 steps to learning to turn. It's super helpful if you're ready to take it to the next level, and this video will help you understand the 3 techniques necessary to learning to turn. So in order to perfect your pop-up and take your pop-up into that one motion, let's break down Mick's pop-up right here and go into the details of what he's actually doing. So within his pop-up, he has his chest up, chin up, eyes focus forward. Now his eyes focus forward are the key to this pop-up and will be the key to your pop-up as well in perfecting it. Keeping those eyes focus forward, then prepare the rest of your body, keeping that chin up, that chest up, to enable you to bring those feet up under you more naturally and get your foot planted in the perfect position on the surfboard to then go down the line and do the types of turns and maneuvers that you want. Now this is a great example because it really illustrates the type of techniques I'm talking about, the chest up, chin up, eyes focus forward. But remember, in faster, heavier waves, you're not going to have this amount of time to get to your feet. So you can imagine that it's all going to be sped up quite a bit. So you're going to go from that laying down paddling position to where your chest is pretty flat on the surfboard. But remember, you want to be keeping your eyes focused in the direction you want to go. So then when you do start to engage and you hit that board with both hands as you lift your chest and your chin, your eyes are always focused down the line at least 30 yards, 30 meters, whatever it may be distance wise, to keep your body from dropping your head as you get to your feet, which then move your whole body positioning too far forward on the surfboard, and your foot placement on the surfboard then isn't as good as it should be. So remember, perfect pop-up technique is chest up, chin up, eyes focus forward. Remember to keep those eyes focused forward down the line as far as you can. 10 meters, 30 yards, whatever it may be, do not look down and drop that head because that shifts everything. You really want to keep those eyes focused down the line. That's the key to this whole pop-up process. Now remember, go down, click the link below, get those extra techniques to learning how to turn, the 3 steps to learn to turn. It's an awesome video. It'll be really helpful to you. I just want to thank you for choosing Surf Progression Techniques, and I'll see you next time.